Hello, I'm Jacob and you're watching the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. Today, just planning on doing a very quick video as I launch my first personal official knife company, Exodus Knife and Tool. If you've been a subscriber or a follower for some time, you would know that I've been designing knives for quite a while, so this is a pretty big moment for me. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to show you the first knife that I'm going to drop, which should be within the month, Lord willing. And I'm going to talk real quick about the options that are available and why I chose them. And then we're going to talk about why I chose to name the company Exodus Knife and Tool. And we'll get out of here. I've got some really excited stuff in the works for you guys. So if you like knives, you are in the right place. The first knife that I will be dropping is the Adventure Craft. This knife I started designing this knife quite some time ago. I did a series of Puukko knives, and from small to large, or Puukko inspired. Jimbo, get over there. And this was the smallest of them, or something similar to this. This is a very small knife, and it's very unique. From what I've seen in the knife market as it stands, because although it has a 3-inch blade, a 4-inch handle, and is 1/8 of an inch thick, it is only 1/2 of an inch tall. So these mosquitoes are ruining my life. So you get a 3-inch blade and a 4-inch handle that I believe is very comfortable in hand, with almost no weight penalty, and it's going to be very easy to carry. The first run of these is going to come with a Kydex sheath, and the idea is it will be able to be worn horizontally on the belt with a IWB belt loop, or using a Utiliclip in the pocket. You'll notice the logo there, the Flaming Bomb Ordnance logo. Traditionally, in America and all over the world, this logo was used and stamped on a knife or a product once it had passed inspection. Every Exodus Knife and Tool blade that is sold will have passed an inspection, and will have this logo, and that's why I chose it for the company logo. Now, this run of Adventure Crafts is made by Mineral Mountain Hatchet Works in Arkansas. They've been in business since the very early 80s. They really know what they're doing. They're made out of 1084, and it's differentially hardened. I chose 1084 because it has a very incredible balance of performance. It doesn't hold an edge quite as long as 1095, although most people would never know the difference in that regard. But it sharpens easier, and it's tougher. So the knives will come with micarta handles. We'll have natural like this, black, and then we will also have solid orange, and a handle like this where the bottom of the handle, sorry, dang mosquitoes, the bottom of the handle is OD green and the bolster is orange. The reason for that is orange makes incredible sense practically for finding your knife, but not everybody likes an orange knife. So in hand, you won't really be able to see any orange. In the sheath, you won't be able to see much, if any, orange. But if you drop it on the ground, it will be easy to find. The knives in the first run will also be split pretty much 50-50, parkerized and non-parkerized, because it seems like almost everybody on Facebook has said that they want them parkerized, and almost everybody on Instagram has said that they want them raw. Now, what I want you to understand is whether you choose parkerized or raw, the knives will get a patina either way, and they will build character either way. Absolutely. The parkerization will wear in certain spots, it will patina, and it will certainly get some character, but it will be a little bit more corrosion resistant. So these knives are going to retail at just over about $100 is the goal, with a Kydex sheath and a certificate of authenticity. Like I said, handmade in America, in Arkansas. Basically, nothing is going to be automated in this process. These are essentially affordable custom knives made by hand from start to finish, like I said, in Arkansas by people who really know what they're doing. I think it's going to be a phenomenal value. I couldn't be more excited to get these out. And real quick, the Adventure Craft. I guess I'll get to that in another video. But bushcraft and many other things have become very specific, and I want to design knives that are very utilitarian, that excel in a very broad range of tasks, and not that are much less specific. Because the more specific you make a knife, the less often it's going to be used. And most often when you're doing tasks where you would want a very specific knife, you're probably going to have a general use knife. Ideally, in this case, you will always have a general use knife. And so real quick to talk about why I named the company Exodus Knife and Tool. I believe that there will be another Christian Exodus. I believe that it will be the most physically demanding survival situation for a people in the history of the world. A period where Christians will not be able to buy or sell and will be actively pursued, hunted, and killed. And a lot, not to get into theology, but a lot of people believe this has already happened with Nero, but there was never a time where Christians worldwide, even in the known world, were not able to buy or sell. The criteria has not been met for that to have been a tribulation. So even if you believe in a pre-tribulation rapture, we know that there will be Christians in the tribulation because it is very specifically outlined that it will be Christians being persecuted. So regardless of your theology, we should know as Christians that this time is coming. We know through Proverbs that when you see a hard time coming, you prepare for it, and the fool who ignores it does not simply deal with the consequences of their foolishness. They are punished. Punished is a verb. It is something that is done either by God or with God's allowance. And the reason that that's important to mention is if you are working on a mindset or a tool that is versatile enough to be used in such a terrible situation, then that tool or mindset will be valuable in any terrible situation. So whether you're a Christian or not, whether you find yourself in a survival situation or not, and no matter your situation, these are tools that are designed to be used and to be versatile, to do what you need to get done to stay alive. So I have a lot more information to give to you guys. This is just, we're skimming the surface here. I'm really excited to bring this to you guys. I'm going to be hitting this as hard as I can. For the time being, these are probably going to be sold through word of mouth for the first batch, and then after that I will be getting my own website up and running again for selling these and some other of my products. But if you want to stay on top of when these knives are going to be released and how you can buy them, make sure to follow Exodus Knife and Tool on Instagram and on Facebook. Those links will be in the description box below. If you do those two things, you will know when these knives are going to drop, and you will get an opportunity to purchase one if you desire. If you're familiar with some of my older designs, the Gunslinger, the Super Kook, and some other really exciting stuff that hasn't been released yet, we have plans for those in the future. So you're gonna want to follow even if the Adventure Craft is not your jelly. So thank you for watching. I hope that you have a blessed evening. It's bug spray season, clearly. And I will keep you guys up to date. So I'll talk in the comment section below. Thanks.